Hi there, it's Ronald, and this is Microsoft Excel Practice Examination 3. Let us start. Project 1. On the seedling sales chart, apply Style 5 to the chart. Click Chart, Chart Design, drop down arrow 2, 3, 4, and 5. Task 2. Switch to rows and column source data of the chart. All we have to do is to switch rows and columns. There you go. Task 3. Insert page 1 of question mark. In the Q1 sales, you may go to page layout tab, then header and footer, page 1 of question mark, then click OK. Copy the data from cell range A4 to E9 of Q1 sales. A4 to E9. Copy, Control C. Then you have to paste it. Seedling sales worksheet at A4. But you have to apply paste option, transpose T. Task 5. Remove the table formatting from the small tree sales, but you have to keep the cell formatting. That can be done by clicking Table Design tab, then converting these to range. Great project. Uh, project 2. On the total cookie sales in B3, right here, use a structured reference in the formula to calculate the sum equals sum of the chocolate mint chip cookies. We don't have data here, better check the other worksheet. There you go. Chocolate mint chip. Just select the values down the line. Press enter. Task 2. Create a named range placing bikes. Select all. That can be done by selecting the cells, all blue cells here. Highlight. Scroll down. Press and hold Control key. Highlight the remaining blue cells. And then in the name box, type the phrase blazing bikes. Blazing underscore bikes. Enter. Task 3. In sales by club, you have to include I1. Okay, I see it now. We have to include I1, so we have to extend the range, then click Merchant Center twice. Task 4. Apply the pattern color light gray, pattern style, to A3 up to A8 on the total cookie sales worksheet. A3, A8, Home tab, font group, fill, pattern color, white, black, light gray 10. Okay, pattern style, thin, diagonal, thin, diagonal, crosshatch, horizontal, diagonal, crosshatch. Task 5. On the Sales by Club worksheet, configure the table to display only records of the Bikes Club members by filtering by the cell color blue. Drop down arrow, filter by color, select blue. There you go. Change the margins of the summary worksheet. Page layout tab, margins, custom margins. So the PC setting is in cm. We have to type in 1.905. 1.905. Then copy it and paste it to top, right, and bottom. The header should be 1.27 as well as the footer. Then center the worksheet horizontally. Click OK. Task 2. Display all the formulas on the summary worksheet. Formulas. Show formulas. Task 3. Okay, we have to save this file with the file name summary. Save as. It's now a default setting. It's in the document folder, geometrics folder. Change the file name to summary as well as the file type. It should be a PDF. Then click save. Close this. Task 4. Rental revenue. Clear formatting from A3 up to 7. Home tab, editing group, eraser, clear formats. Task 5. Location sales worksheet. We have to sort. It is sold in filter, custom sort. First by location, A to Z. Add level, product, A to Z. And finally, at level 4, season. But we have to choose custom list so we can find spring, summer, and fall. Click add, then OK. Next, adjust column G to a width of 14. Select G. Click G. Format. Set a column width to 14. Task 2. Modify the scaling so it fits on a single page when printed. File tab, print. Scaling, fit sheet on one page. Task 3. Remove the cell containing data project sales in this worksheet. Right click, delete. Just choose the default setting. Task 4. Use automatic formatting method to apply gradient, orange gradient fill data bars to total sales column. Okay, home tab, conditional formatting, data bars, gradient, what color? Orange. And last one, insert a formula in G4 to compute for commission. Commission equals sales times shift 8, 3%. But this value needs to be protected. It's an absolute value. Therefore, we have to insert a dollar sign between J and 3. Shift 4. Press enter. Project 5. Remove all hidden properties and personal information from the workbook. File tab, Info, Inspect Document. Click Inspect, remove all. Then close the dialog box. Task 2. Grain Production Worksheet. Apply title style to cell A2. Click A2. Cell style. Here, select title style. Task 3. Modify the table style to remove the shading that appears on every other row. So we have here shades on every other row. Click Table Design tab. Select or uncheck banded rows. Task 4. Add a function to cell G4 so that it will be labeled as wheat or rice. Given the condition equals if the wheat value is greater than the rice value, comma. If the wheat is greater than the rice value, it has to be labeled as wheat. Otherwise, it should be named as rice. As you can see here, the two texts, wheat and rice, are between the two quotation marks. Task 5. In B13, insert a formula using the named range barley to calculate the total barley produced. Total means sum, so it is SUM of all barleys. Instead of highlighting all these values, you may simply type the name barley, tab, enter. Last two projects left. On the food inventory worksheet, change the style to dark red. It is black. Change the style to dark red, medium. This is light, this is medium. 16. Okay. Task 2. On the same worksheet, enter a function in G2. Function in G2 so that you're able to count the number of food items. Let us see. Food item column 3 to 58. 58 minus 3 is 55 plus 1. It should be 56. Now what function? Which function do you use to compute for the number of food items? It is count. But the items here are non-numerical, therefore we use the function count A instead. Then highlight the text, press enter. Task 3. On the revenue worksheet, enter a formula in cell J3 to calculate the average revenue from the January column equals average, then select the January values down the line. Press enter. Task 4. On the food inventory worksheet, insert a new row before row 10 that contains lettuce. Okay, so we have to right click 10, then select insert. Task 5. On the revenue worksheet, in I7, insert a function that lists the unique locations in A3 down the line. So these are unique locations. We have here repeated locations. We just have to identify one representative for each name. So we type in equals unique tab, then select the cell range all these locations down the line, press enter. Okay. Okay, last project. On the registration revenue worksheet, create a 2D stacked area chart that shows the registration trend from January to December for football up to basketball. So insert tab, 2D, stacked, position the chart to the right, and then change the color. Color changes to any of these options. Monochromatic palette 13, orange gradient, light to dark. Task 2, add a chart title, new sports. This is a default name, we just have to edit. Type new sports, new sports. Click outside. Task 3, use a feature in chart tools to move the pie chart from the registration. Pie chart, registration, from so we have to move the pie chart from the registration revenues worksheet and place it as an object in the charts worksheet. So click the chart, chart design, move chart, drop down arrow, select charts, then OK. On the charts worksheet with the title Establish Sports, white part of the chart, right click to show view all text. This chart to show view all text. Then type in established sports. Then close. Task 5. Delete the note on the charts worksheet. This symbol, this one indicates a note. Okay, it's a note. You just have to right click to show options here. Delete note. That's the last item. Finish test. We got it right. All right. That's the end of the Microsoft Excel training practice examination 3. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Goodbye.